Hi, third grade. It's very rainy this morning, and you are going to be hopefully going outside after it stops raining, or maybe even in the rain after you're done doing a little bit of morning warm up. So I'm going to read to you the review that I wrote about the story you listened to yesterday, and then you're going to practice writing one or two of these sentences from a dictation. First, I'm going to read you the whole thing. Then I'm going to give you the picture of it so that you can copy the first part of it as much as you can. And if you can't do it all today, then do some of it tomorrow or Monday. Or take a long break and pick it up later in this afternoon. And then, once you're done with the writing, you can do some kind of creation outside to remember parts of the story. So I'm going to read you the whole thing, and then I'm going to tell you what part you're going to practice writing as a dictation, and you're going to do that in your composition book. And we're going to put all of the writing, once we've practiced once in the composition book, in the green Hebrew People book. So first practice a few dictations in the Hebrew People, in your composition book, and then we'll put the final copy in lovely cursive in our green Hebrew People book. First, I'm going to read it to you, and then I'll tell you which sentences are going to be the dictation that you're going to practice in your composition book. And then that's what you're going to do for today. And eventually we'll put the rest of it in our Hebrew People book. Abraham was father to Isaac. So that's all the way back to the beginning of all these stories I've been reading to you. Isaac was father to Jacob and Esau. Rebekah was mother to Jacob and Esau. Rebekah loved Jacob in a special way. Rebekah helped Jacob become the son who received his father's blessing, even though Esau would have traditionally been blessed. Esau was so angry that Jacob had to leave for his uncle's land. Jacob married 2 of his cousins and had 12 sons. A divine voice proclaimed Jacob the heir of Abraham and Isaac's land and gave him a new name, Israel. Of all Jacob's sons, Joseph, his second to last born son, was his favorite. Jealousy made Joseph's brothers sell him to an Egyptian merchant. Joseph's brothers led their father Isaac to believe Joseph was dead. And that was how that story ended from yesterday. So now, get out your pencil and your composition book. Pause the video if you need to go get those things so that you can do this. And then I'm going to read you the last 2 sentences, and you're going to practice spelling the words, and I will spell the names for you. Use any page you want in your composition book. Okay. Jealousy. That's kind of a hard word. Do the best you can with jealousy. Made Joseph's. Now there's a special part to this word Joseph's. You can hear the s at the end, and there's a little apostrophe that goes in between the h and the s of Joseph. Now Joseph is a name, so I'm going to spell it for you. Joseph, little apostrophe, S. That's how you spell Joseph's. Brothers. Do your best trying to spell the word brothers. Sell, as in give him for money. Him to an Egyptian. Now that one's hard because it's the name of a place, so I'll spell it for you. Egyptian. Merchant. You should be able to hear all those sounds in there. Merchant. Merchant. Period. I'm going to read that sentence one more time. Jealousy made Joseph's brothers sell him to an Egyptian merchant, period. You can always stop the video anytime you need to, or rewind it so you can hear the words again. Again, here comes Joseph again. Joseph's, it looks exactly like it was before because it's got the little apostrophe in there. Brothers, again, brothers, led, this is tricky, their father, Isaac, I-S-A-A-C, to believe Joseph was dead. Okay, now I'm going to take a picture of what I wrote, and then you can check your spelling. And if you want, you can start putting the final copy in your Green Hebrew People book, but you don't have to do all of that today. It's kind of a lot of writing. And it's a way for us to remember everything that's happened up until this point. Not all the details, but some of the names. So after you're done with your writing and your warm-up for today, if it's not too wet and rainy in Ann Arbor, you could go outside and model something in the mud. You can use leaves, you can do all different kinds of things, whatever you want to put in with your model of something from the stories. Either a story you listened to 2 days ago or yesterday, or whatever stories you've been listening to as far as you've gotten. Go out there and find something that inspired you from one of those stories, something that was funny or interesting, and model in the mud. You could make a grave for all the people who've died. You could make a well because Joseph was thrown into a well at the end of the story from yesterday. You could try and make a well. You could use little sticks and rocks, whatever you want. Make something outside. Go outside, dig in the dirt, find a place where there's not too much grass growing in your yard. Or if you're Olivia, go outside and model with the sand, if you can do that. And enjoy some time outside. And if you don't have a yard big enough to do any modeling with mud, then maybe you can model with some clay or some modeling materials or something like that. Okay, so that's for today. No math warm-up. Just get outside and enjoy yourself and do some kind of creative remembering of the stories. Bye.